So today marks the 5th time that I've cut my hand with this thing right here. And I mean, I don't know if you guys can see that, but I cut the crap out of my hand. It hurts. But anyway, that's nothing compared to what being cut by this crazy kook right here would do. And this is Animated Heroes back with you guys for another review of the super action statue Juzo Suzuya. I didn't know the last name, I just looked right there. But yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and get this guy busted open so I can talk about him. But first, we always have to do that sexy packaging, and this packaging really ain't that sexy. But I mean, it's okay. It's super action statues, normal little whatever they have going on. But anyway, window packaging as always. You got the figure right there that looks absolutely huge, which is something I'll discuss later on. You got Jozu's name right there. You got a bunch of stuff that I can't read right there. Cool image right there. Japanese stuff on the bottom that I do not know. Cool picture on the side of Jozu right there. I think that's awesome. Cool pictures on the back. There's everything that he comes with. This face, the stand, which I might or might not show, don't know. More Japanese stuff right there. I think that's the same image. And then on the top, we got pretty much the same stuff. Super action statue, blah, blah, blah. Juzo Suzuya. So, yeah, pretty standard, common packaging. It's plain, nothing too cool about it, but I always show you guys just in case you want to know what it looks like. I'd also like to mention that the top, it didn't come with tape on it, and actually my Suzuya didn't either. And I was thinking that when I bought it used, but I bought this one right here from Nippon or Ami, and it didn't come with tape on it. So I don't know if you buy these and it says new and it doesn't come with tape. I just think that they don't tape these packaging at all. So yeah, just a standard note for you guys. Now, right out of the box, first impressions on this guy are that he's absolutely awesome. The figure is amazing. It captures the character from the show perfectly. I mean, all the stitches that he has in him. He has the numbers in his hair, the stitches on his arm, just everything. The outfit is absolutely on point. Everything about this figure is great. But there's only one flaw that I have with it. That flaw being that he is absolutely too tall. Now, if you watch the show Tokyo Ghoul, then you know Jozu is one of those characters who his size definitely makes it look like he's not a formidable opponent, but his size is also what fools you because he's absolutely a short character. And this figure here stands at almost 7 inches. It's a little bit over 6, which means that it's probably not going to go in scale with most SH figure arts unless it's an absolutely tall character. So yeah, that's really so far the only gripe that I have with this figure is just that it's way too tall. And I'll show some size comparisons a little bit later for you guys who want to see. But first I want to talk about articulation, and then we'll get right on into his accessories. Now the neck is on a ball peg as usual, can look down pretty far, look up far enough. Of course it can go all the way around. You got a little bit of a diaphragm joint right there so it can move forward and back pretty good. Arms move out about that much, can go up just a little bit. Well, there we go, we can get it around. You got to play with it a little bit, but it'll move around. Double jointed elbows. You got this little thing right here for the wrist, kind of like Figma's, so you can get those arms however you want them to. He does have a waist swivel. Legs kick out not too far. Let me see if it has a drop down. Nah, they can swivel, but he really can't kick out that much at all. Double jointed knees, which is pretty good. And then down here you do have this little, I don't know what you call that, but foot can move pretty good. Has a great ankle pivot. And then we do have a slight toe hinge on his little flip-flop. So yeah, articulation is good all over this figure except for the legs. It can't kick out for anything, unfortunately. But I wouldn't say that's something that definitely degrades from the figure. I mean, it takes away from it just a little bit, but still the figure looks absolutely great. Now for accessories, he comes with this pretty cool alternate face, which is just him being crazy probably when he's about to be showered in a bloodbath from killing somebody, because this character right here has no remorse for killing. So yeah, that's a pretty normal face for him. But he comes with these two hands right here that are used for holding his staff, which I'll show in a minute. He comes with these two slightly open palm hands. They look pretty good as well. All the sculpt on these are great, actually, which is nothing out of the ordinary for a super action statue. He comes with one of these hands. I'm guessing this is for holding the blades, which I'll show in just a minute. He comes with more slightly open palmed hands. These are different from each other, but as you can see, still look good. And then last but not least, some more open palm hands. So he has like 3 versions of these things when it comes to hands. But he comes with these 2 knives that you see right here, which are pretty cool. Not too much in detail, but I mean, they look okay. He comes with one that's of them together a little bit separated, and then one with them even more separated. Last but not least, he comes with his staff that you have to put together, and it's this long piece right here and then this piece right here. And I will say that this is very fragile. Like, it feels like if you just drop this thing the wrong way, it's gonna shatter. This is all really soft plastic, and for this to go together, you just, it's the way it goes in there. You just plug it in there like that. And like I said, just be careful even plugging this thing in there, because it's very fragile. I don't know why they made it like that. I think the blade's real thin in the show, but honestly, this is one of the accessories for this figure that you really just have to look out for, because it's his main weapon, but it's so soft. You see how flimsy it is. So yeah, just watch out for that. Be very wary if you decide to get this figure. Also forgot to mention his normal default face and 2 fist hands. So yeah, it comes with those as well. Now for some size comparisons. Here he is standing next to the DC Collectibles Batman The Dark Knight Joker Thugs, and these guys are 6-inch scale. They're a little bit smaller, but as you can see, he doesn't necessarily tower over them, but he's definitely a little bit taller, which I think is inaccurate. He should honestly be about the same size as these guys, because like I said, in the show, he's a very small character. Next up, here he is standing next to the DC Collectibles Arkham Knight, Nightwing, and Batman, and honestly, it looks like he's just about in scale with these guys, because as you can see, he's just a little bit shorter than Nightwing. So yeah, he's pretty much 7-inch scale. Last but not least, here he is standing next to the super action statue Sukiyama from Tokyo Ghoul, which they definitely don't look right together, because actually Sukiyama definitely looks like he's in the 6-inch line, because even though he's tall, he's very tall in the show, so it looks right when you pose him next to other figures like SH Figuarts. But Juzo definitely looks off, because he's just not supposed to be this close in height to Sukiyama. So that's one big mistake. I don't know why they did that, because Super Action Statue is usually really good when it comes to size comparisons and proportions, but this figure, in my opinion, is just all wrong. I don't know. I'll rewatch the show and I'll see, but honestly, I remember him being a very small character. So yeah, I mean, if you guys collect the JoJo line, then you definitely know that this figure is off completely when it comes to the size. Overall, I can't hate the figure just because of how tall it is. It's just going to be awkward putting it in poses with other figures from the 6-inch line, and possibly even some of the other Tokyo Ghouls, because I'm hoping they really don't make Kaneki all that tall, because Kaneki's pretty short as well. And if he comes to about the same height as this guy, it's definitely going to be wrong. Well, he's probably going to be taller, because Kaneki is taller than him. So I don't know, but everything about the figure, other than the fact that it can't kick out and the size, is great. And he also can't stand pretty good. I'll add that because of these little flip-flops at the bottom of his shoe. So yeah, that's one thing. He can't stand all that good either, but it's a great figure, honestly, to have. If you like Tokyo Ghoul, this is probably going to be the best figure of this character that you'll ever get. So, well, I just noticed something. I didn't notice all these weapons in his jacket. Cool. Yeah, but yeah, detailed down to every little bit, even with these things in there. So yeah, great figure to have, honestly. If you like Tokyo Ghoul, I highly recommend it. Just be wary that it's not going to fit in scale with your SH Figuarts if that's who you want to pose it with. And this staff, just please watch this thing if you get this figure, because like extremely flimsy. I don't know why they made this thing that way. That's probably the biggest disappointment about this figure, other than the size, is how flimsy this staff is. It's bad. And I mean, it might look bad in the video, but if you guys have it in hand, it's much worse. But yeah, with that said, overall, I'd give the figure maybe a 7 out of 10. The only reason I really got it is because I wanted to complete the line, because I'm getting Kaneki and I wanted a few figures to pose him with. I don't really care much for Juzo. He's an interesting character in the show, but I didn't care all that much about having this figure, but I got it anyway just because. So yeah, honestly, I just really want Kaneki. That's who I'm waiting for. I would definitely be reviewing that figure. And yeah, if you guys like Tokyo Ghoul, pick this guy up. You might hate a few things, but overall, I doubt you'll regret having the figure. So yeah, this is my review of him, and I'll talk to you guys later. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Peace.